in the past, I've talked a little bit about the new consoles and which one I would buy if I were to only buy one at launch. Now, I am going to buy both at launch. One of those reasons is because I'm a huge geek and I like to get the newest hardware and play with the settings and, you know, get all involved with it. The other reason is I have a YouTube channel and I really like playing with subscribers, and I'm going to want to play Call of Duty and other games with subscribers. And I don't really care if those subscribers are on a PS4 or an Xbox One. I still want to play with them. They're both the same in my opinion. But I have to say that I've been looking at the launch lineups for both of these consoles, and I gotta say I'm really swayed by the Xbox One. If I were to only buy one console at launch, I think it'd have to be the Xbox One. The launch lineup just looks stronger to me. Now, in the long run, I am actually more looking forward to the Sony franchises long term that Sony owns, but they're not coming out at launch. They might not come out for another year or 2 years. You know, what I'm really talking about is games like Uncharted, maybe God of War. I've always liked the God of War series, even though I didn't play, I think, the God of War 4 or any of the PSP games. But I've liked those games. They're fun. They're a light distraction, and I enjoy them. Uncharted, to me, it's like being Indiana Jones. You know, it's just so much fun. If you're into those games, I mean, it's unbelievable the cinematic experience that they give you while they still keep you in the game and playing. But they're not coming out at the launch. And to me, it's a little disappointing because there's not a whole lot in the PS4 launch lineup that I'm really looking forward to. I mean, we have Blacklight Retribution, which is a free-to-play game. It's an FPS, but I'm not really, I don't know, it's not grabbing me in any way. DC Universe I know is really popular, but I'm not into MMOs. They just take up too much time. Drive Club looks good, but frankly, Forza to me looks better. Next up is Killzone. Killzone looks good, right? And I think that graphically, it's going to be probably the most impressive thing you see at launch on the PS4. My problem with Killzone is that I've been burnt in the past. I got really excited for the Killzone PS3 demo, and then we were sorely disappointed by what was actually produced. I don't know, these games always felt like a Halo wannabe, kind of like a darker, grittier Halo that just didn't have that right feel. It didn't have that experience that Halo in the early days just seemed to capture so well. Knack is a game that looks cool, but 3D platformers are a finicky thing. You know, the game has got to control perfectly for me to be interested in it whatsoever. And other than that, I just don't see much of anything that I'm really looking forward to for the PS4 at launch. I'm just talking about at launch. The 360 is a little bit better in my opinion. Crimson Dragon is made by the guy who made the Panzer Dragoon series, and those games were spectacular. So I'm really looking forward to this game. Crimson Dragon it's got my vote right off the bat. Dead Rising 3, this looks like a new kind of cool apocalyptic, you know, game with all these zombies, just all these different options of dealing with them, and that looks like a lot of fun to me too. I'm really not excited for the fighting games, either the Fighter Within or Killer Instinct. Forza does look cool. I'm a little over driving games. I kind of burnt out on them back in the PlayStation 2 era with, you know, the game I'm trying to talk about, Gran Turismo. I just got sick of them back in those days. Rise Son of Rome is made by Crytek. Now, this game, my guess is that this is going to be the most graphically interesting game for the Xbox One at launch. The problem is I'm just not interested in the gameplay that much from what I've seen. So I'll probably be picking this up at launch just to see what the graphically it has to offer. But it's got some proving it's got to do. It's got to prove that it's got the gameplay behind the graphics to me. And then there's Call of Duty Ghosts, which is coming out on both of the consoles, but the Xbox One, just like with the Xbox 360, is getting the timed DLC exclusives. So the DLC for Xbox One will probably come out about a month before the PS4. And to me, that makes a big difference because, you know, obviously I'm making YouTube videos and I want to get that DLC. I want to be able to play it. I want to be able to put it on my channel so everybody can see it. And that makes a big difference to me. So that is the short term, right? That's at the launch. To me, the Xbox One has a slight advantage. Long term, I think the PS4 has an advantage. I'm not really looking forward to any more Halos. The Halo games, to me, kind of peaked. Well, the first one, I still believe is the best one. Halo 2 was great because they added the online multiplayer, and I played a ton of that. Halo 3 was, again, really good, but, you know, it already started to wane off for me. Reach just didn't do anything for me, and Halo 4 just fell flat completely. I didn't even finish the campaign on Halo 4. That's sitting there unfinished. I don't know if I'll ever go back to it, especially with the new consoles coming out. So Halo 4 just doesn't have that draw that it did when the Xbox 360 came out. You know, when the Xbox 360 came out, I immediately said, are they going to have a Halo game at launch? And they didn't, unfortunately. They had Call of Duty 2, and they had Geometry Wars, which frankly were the best games at the launch of that console. Which is really disappointing because Perfect Dark came out with the launch, and everybody thought that was going to be awesome because it was made by the guys who made GoldenEye, Rare, and man, it was really disappointing. But Call of Duty 2 was amazing. It was just a spectacular single-play experience. It had multiplayer on Xbox Live, and then Geometry Wars a ton of people got into in a really big way. So, to me, you know, you never really know what the games are right off the bat. You know, we're going to have a long cycle with these consoles, and I'm going to buy both. There's no doubt about it. I'm probably going to buy both at launch. I know I'm going to be able to buy both at launch. But if I were to buy one at launch, I got to say it'd have to be the Xbox One because of Call of Duty Ghosts. Titanfall is right around the corner. It's not a launch game, but it is a game that I'm definitely know I'm going to be wanting to play a lot. I think that game is actually going to be huge on YouTube too, because the action is just so frenetic and so fluid and so fun to watch. Man, I'm fanboying out big time for Titanfall. I cannot wait to get my hands on that game. But the PS4 at launch, it just doesn't have anything for me. Killzone is a real maybe for me. I'll buy that. That'll be a launch game for me. I'll buy that at the launch of the console, along with Call of Duty. But other than that, I don't see much from PlayStation 4, and I'm really kind of concerned about it. I know that in the long run, it's really going to be an amazing console, but at launch, not a whole lot for me. That's going to do it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys are looking forward to at the launch of the new consoles in the comments. I'd really like to know like what's really got you excited. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. If you like this video, hit that like button, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.